Let's focus on sort of some corporate commentary as well. Muthoot Finance is the first corporate on our program now. The fourth quarter earnings came in above street expectations, strong growth and healthy improvement in asset quality as well. Let's get the chat going with George Alexander Muthoot, Managing Director of the company, who's with us. Mr. Muthoot, good morning. Great to have you with us here. Thank you very much for your time. Prashant this side, I trust you've also been watching the exit poll numbers and our programming. And of course, what the market is doing. Up and up so far. But let's talk about business, Mr. Muthoot. For FY25, sir, you are guiding for a minimum 15% growth in your gold loan book, right?
Yes. That is the minimum. That is what we have been guiding for the last about 7 years, I think.
So, yes. So, I'm just interested in that minimum. What can be the... Is that the base case and you'll most definitely do better? Can that be 20%? Because competitive intensity in the space has gone down, especially with players like IIFL Finance, etc., having trouble on their on the gold side, on the regulatory side. So maybe the things have become a little more clearer on the competitive intensity side for you. So can you do 20? Go on, sir.
We can do 20, 25, but then I don't want to give guidance on that. That's all. If the market is there, if the business is there, we can do much more. So, but Q1 of this year has also been quite good till now, and I think we are on a good track. We see the disbursements in Q1 is pretty good. Yeah.
Much better than Q1 of last year?
I wouldn't like to say that, but yes, as of now, much better.
Okay. Mr. Muthoot, hi, good morning, sir. Good to have you here. There's also been disruption, right, with the RBI action in the gold financing space and one specific entity, obviously under radar, cease and desist from any further business. What's been your market share gain? Just trying to understand the impact of that one RBI order and how things are progressing because of that, ruling that came in or the reminder that came in on cash disbursals.
Yeah, I think, all the gold loan companies, mainly they are all based in Cochin. All our head offices in Cochin. Other than one company, all the others, the head offices are in Cochin. And we have been the Kerala-based NBFCs have been doing a good job. Maybe regulatory-wise, there was never been any complaint in the last 15 years of every year there is inspection by RBI. So we have been very good. But of course, they have found something wrong in this particular company. So I think it is related to that. And the instructions which they gave about this 20,000, it was always there, but there was a gray area, whether it is 20,000 or 2 lakhs. Now that they have confirmed it, that it is only 20,000. So it's not an issue for us. See, in fact, all our customers, we are encouraging them to do the UPI and also the IMPS, which are just 10 minutes or 3 minutes, they get the money. So people are not at all concerned with that. And since it is applicable to all NBFCs and banks, I don't think there is any issue there.
No, absolutely.
That can happen is some of these people may go to some local Malildras. It was always there earlier also.
No, absolutely, sir. That's uniform playing field for everybody. I was just trying to understand that because one entity has been stopped from business right now. What is your market share gain, if at all? What is your market share, if you could share that with us? And what's your sort of projection as we go forward in the year in terms of market share?
No, just because one company has stopped business or has been forced to stop business, that is not changing the equations there. We will have our own growth. It is not based on one person taking away some business, etc. So I think the fact that one company is not there is not substantial, nothing substantial.
Okay, got it, sir. So then let's move on to other issues like margins. And you've done really well over there, right? Your net interest margins are 11.6.
Yeah.
So sequentially, the margins have improved, though they're down year on year. I'm just reiterating for the benefit of our viewers. Year on year, margins come down from 12.26 to 11.6. But sequentially, there has been an improvement. So just tell us, what's the margin trajectory? What's the cost of funds like? What are you hoping to maintain the margin at for this year?
We have always been saying that a margin of 10% plus up to 11% is actually decent. It is good. And our ROA has also been good. We have been able to generate some 5-6% of ROA, which is actually very good for such a company. So I think the margins will definitely be there. The margins can compress only if the cost of funds goes up. But when the cost of funds goes up considerably, we will pass it on to the customer. Maybe a 10-15 basis points we'll be able to absorb in our books. But otherwise, if it goes up again, we'll just, because the market, the rate is going up, then we will pass it on to the customer. So we will try to maintain our 10-11% of margin.
Not 10-11%.
Yeah, 10 to 11, yes.
Yeah. No, again, I mean, with competitive intensity on loan pricing easing, I'm again going back to competition. Could margins be a little better? 11.5, 12? Possible?
I think, sir, one thing is these are all very short-term loans, 3 months, 6 months loans. So it is not like giving a 15-year loan at some percentage and then sticking on to that. These are 3 months loans and average tenure is only 3 to 4 months. So this margins keeps on changing. But then, as I said, we will see that our margins remain at the 10-11%. And just because the market is able to bear, we wouldn't want to tax our customers for that. No, not at all. We would like to be a little considerate to our customers also. The 10-11% is decent and good for us. I think we should maintain that.
Gold, and we've discussed this before, the fact that your potential and how fast you grow, perhaps in a way, is also tied at the hip to gold prices themselves. Gold prices have done very well. This year, if there was a bit of a pullback in gold prices, it could happen, right? It's an international commodity. Could that hurt prospects for both growth and margins? Could you give us some?
When the gold price goes up, everybody thinks of gold. People feel that the gold which is lying with me, he thinks about the gold. When the price is going up and everybody is writing about gold and gold price, etc., he feels that I have some gold with me, why not I use it? Other than that,
Correct.
There is not much difference. Of course, there may be a small marginal growth difference because of the gold price, but then it won't be substantial. We have seen this in the so many years that I sold earlier also. We've been able to maintain the 15% in spite of ups and downs and gold price, etc. So we will continue to do that, sir.
Okay. That's on the gold loan business. Sir, can you also give us an update on the MFI business? I think the numbers there are also looking good. Quarter on quarter, sequential growth is very strong. I think 13% on that part of the book. What is the run rate you're expecting? And I believe there's some asset quality issues that cropped up in the MFI book in Q4. Can you guide for what you see ahead?
Yeah, the asset quality is, I think, the standard. We are, again, compared to any other of the peers, we are in the same bracket as asset quality because the customers are the same. Either it is for Belstar, that is our company, or anybody else, the customers are almost the same customers. If there is an asset quality problem there, there will be an asset quality problem. But there's no problem as such. There's also fluctuating. As far as the growth is concerned, they have actually done a very decent growth. I think they have grown about 50% plus in this last year. And they are also planning for an IPO. They have filed a DRHP also. So probably in the next 8 to 10 months, an IPO also should happen in that company.
Okay. Since it's anyway going to go for IPO, just to understand, I'm pressing on the asset quality point because in absolute numbers, not in terms of the percentage, but in absolute numbers, there was an increase. So is that just a one-quarter thing, or are you seeing something building up in the environment around you? Microfinance.
There is nothing to build up. This is just the money is given to maybe the lower rung people. And they are generally have been, whenever there is some pressure in the market, local pressures, etc., it happens. But I don't think there is something for concern there.
Okay, all right, Mr. Muthoot, we'll leave it there, sir. Great to speak with you. Thank you very much for joining us, and appreciate it.
It is raining very heavily here,
We are thanks. Growing up, the 1st of June used to be that date when monsoons, rains used to hit Kerala. Then, of course, it all became.
This year it has hit on the dot.
On the dot. So we are hoping that rains will sort of come to Bombay very soon.
In the next 15 days, we can expect it there.
Yes, sir. We are waiting. We hope you enjoy the rains and everybody keeps safe. Absolutely. And thank you very much for the conversation today.
Thank you very much.